I think it's how a player thinks. When I'm sure it was with him, when you play your first test match, there are two ways of looking at it. Either you look at it as a challenge, as an opportunity to play 100 test matches or 50 test matches, or you look at it, what happens if I get out? And that's what differentiates a successful player from a player who's just played a few games, because he cannot manage that kind of a mental attitude. And I think for both the teams, for India and Pakistan, for Dhoni and Afridi, it's an opportunity to play a World Cup final.
Okay, we've got lots of Pakistani fans as well. They've come in from across Wagah. We'll start with the lady over here. You're excited to be in India. Are you tense as well?
I'm absolutely excited, very, very excited, but I'm not tense. I think of this as a win-win situation. Regardless of which country wins, it's a win for me. So I'm thrilled.
Okay, you have some questions for our panel as well?
I was just wondering that Wahab Riaz for me has been a bit of a waste of space. So would it be better, for lack of a better term, so would it be better for Pakistan to pick Shoaib Akhtar? Even if he does
that's
only...
That's a burning question. That is a question that everyone wants to put up and want to know the answer also. It's difficult to read a mind of a Shoaib Akhtar. It's very difficult to know whether he's 100% or not. But on paper, if he's fully fit, physically and mentally, then you've got to put him in against India. Because of the conditions, because what he can achieve. But it's not going to be as straightforward as that, because Pakistan would be extremely hard-pressed to change the combination. They would also have a look at Shoaib Akhtar, what he has done in the last game, which was about 5 matches ago. And he didn't really come out strong after that beating that he got at the hands of Ross Taylor. So I don't think that Pakistan will really make that call, even though I think it merits a change. This particular lineup, right. Because Wahab Riaz, as you rightly put up, is not been a great
should Pakistan
source.
play Akhtar, and should India be concerned? Because in the past he's rattled several wickets, but no longer is he the bowler he used to be earlier.
He can still bowl quick, but it's about where he bowls. And I agree with Ramesh that he hasn't played 4-5 games. And Pakistan has done well without Shoaib Akhtar. You talk about the T20 World Cup in England, which they won without Shoaib, then the World Cup in the West Indies, and even the World Cup when they lost to India, T20 World Cup in Johannesburg. So they have done well with Shoaib Akhtar. And Wahab Riaz looks good. He's sharp. He may not be a Shoaib Akhtar, but he still bowls 140 bracket. He's a left-hander, which will create an angle for Virendra Sehwag. And Indians are not worried about pace. Let's be honest. Shoaib Akhtar can bowl 150, but whether he'll create problems for Sachin or Sehwag, history says that he hasn't, unless and until he's bowled well. So if a Shoaib Akhtar bowls well, bowls good areas, obviously he'll be an asset to the side. But Wahab Riaz has done well. He can bat. He can bat also down the order. So he'll be important for this Pakistan team as well.
Shoaib Akhtar by the end of the day. Okay, I have another enthusiastic Indian fan. What's your question?
My question is for Dada. As India and Pakistan are part of the same subcontinent, are our strict competitors, how India's strategy should be different from Pakistan?
Strategy, sort of.
I think both the teams will have different strategy. They'll try to play to their strengths, but the key to this game is whichever team bats well. It's going to be a good wicket at Mohali. There'll be bounce, there'll be carry, the ball will fly off the bat. And whoever wins, if Pakistan has to beat India, they'll have to score anything above 275. They are a very good bowling side. Everybody says that it's between the best batting side and the best bowling side in the competition. But even if the best bowling side has to stop this Indian batting on this good pitch, they will still have to get 280.
But sort of, isn't that a concern for Team India? Because yes, whenever India has faced Pakistan in a World Cup encounter, they've always triumphed. But Pakistan has had a dream run in the World Cup, and we've seen thrived on, confidence. They've thrived on the kind of performance that they've put up in this World Cup as well.
Pakistan has played superbly this World Cup, and I'm not surprised, because at the start of the tournament, if Rahul remembers on our show with Headlines today, I said Pakistan are the dark horses, because there's so much talent, they bat deep, and they can always be dangerous. But India has also played well in this competition. There's no doubt about it. Even during the middle of the tournament, they were saying India hasn't done well. There's no momentum. But I said, it's a very, very dangerous side. It's a power pack side. They've got so many match winners. And as I said, whoever bats well tomorrow will win the game.